In an age long before kingdoms, before writing, before the first spark of civilization.
This was the era when humankind walked cautiously beneath towering forests, hunted with sharpened stones, and slept under the open sky. This is the story of one small tribe, the Stone Valley people, and the most dangerous journey they ever faced. The tribe lived near a great valley, caved by time and wind. Massive cliffs rose like giant teeth around them, and a river flowed through the center, filled with cold, ancient water from melting mountains. Life here was simple but harsh. Every sunrise meant new hunger. Every night meant new danger. There was no farming, no tools beyond sharpened rocks, no fire except what lightning left behind after storms. Our story begins with Aru, a young hunter with dark skin, tangled hair, and a slim but strong body shaped entirely by survival. He hunted quietly, moved silently, and observed nature more carefully than any elder. For Aru, life was a constant rhythm. Follow tracks, find food, and bring it home. Nothing more. But everything changed the day the valley froze. It was the coldest season the tribe had ever seen. A sudden shift in the wind brought freezing storms that wiped out the fruit trees and drove the animals far away. For the first time in many moons, the tribe began to starve. Babies cried through the night, elders grew weak, and hunters returned day after day with empty hands.
Hear me, my children. The spirits test us with this cold. The hunt provides little, and we must conserve what remains. The valley is dying. We must travel beyond the mountains. There, the sun is stronger. There, animals still roam. It was a dangerous decision. Beyond the mountains. But staying meant certain death. Aru volunteered to lead the hunting party. With him came two experienced hunters, Nala, tall and swift, and Corin,
A quiet man with sharp eyes and unmatched patience. Together, the three set off before sunrise, carrying only stone-tipped spears and animal skin slings. Their journey began through the icy valley where the ground cracked beneath their feet. The once lively river was now silent, its surface frozen solid. Aru looked at his reflection in the ice. Tired eyes, hollow cheeks, but still burning with determination. As they traveled deeper into the wilderness, they saw signs of life, footprints of large animals etched into the snow, broken branches, claw marks on trees. Hope grew in their hearts, but so did fear. On the third day, just before sunset, they felt the ground tremble. A low, deep growl echoed through the forest. Something massive was following them.
We should not be here at night.
When darkness fell, they built a small shelter beneath fallen logs and hid inside. No fire. Fire would reveal their location. The night was long. Every rustle in the leaves felt like death creeping closer. At one moment,
A heavy shadow passed by their shelter. They held their breath. A massive silhouette with long fur and curved fangs. Then vanished into darkness. The hunters did not sleep. The next morning, the world was quiet again.
the climb was steep, and the snow burned their bare feet.
But halfway up the ridge, they spotted movement below. An entire herd of ancient deer, tall and thick-bodied,
Moving toward a clearing. This was their chance. The hunters crouched behind boulders, planning their approach.
Aru lifted his spear, took a silent breath, and signaled the attack. The three of them sprinted from different directions.
Go! Faster! Scatter them wide! There, the big one is down. Surround him now!
Nala struck first, hurling his spear. It pierced the deer's side but did not bring it down. The animal screamed and charged toward Corin, who narrowly rolled aside. Aru leapt from above, driving his spear deep into the creature's neck. The deer collapsed, shuddered, and finally went still. For the first time in many days, they had food. The hunters skinned the animal using sharpened stones, packed of much meat as they could carry, and prepared to return home. But fate had other plans. As they descended the mountain, the sky darkened. A fierce winter storm swept in without warning. Sheets of snow, violent wind, piercing cold. They could barely see one another. Nala yelled something,
but the storm swallowed his voice. Then, suddenly, it emerged from the white mist like a living nightmare. Heavy steps shaking the snow.
its glowing eyes locked on the hunters. It had been following them all along, drawn by the scent of fresh meat.
Corin whispered, "Run!" But Aru knew running would not save them. The beast was faster. So instead, he shouted and threw a chunk of meat away from the group. The predator lunged toward it, but not for food, for them. It wanted the hunters, not the meat. The chase began.
They sprinted through the storm, slipping, falling, climbing over broken rocks. Nala was the fastest and cleared the path.
Corin covered the rear, yelling warnings. Aru ran in the middle, gripping the last remaining spear.
But the predator closed the distance. With a deafening roar, it leapt toward Corin and struck him with its massive paw.
He's gone! If we stay, we all die!
He pushed Nala aside and ran into the storm, following Corin's blood trail. Moments later, he found him.
Save the tribe. No one gets left behind. He handed his spear to Corin. Take it. If it reaches you, fight!
Aru, what are you doing?
He grabbed a burning branch from a nearby lightning-struck tree stump, one of the few sources of natural fire in the forest. He waved the flaming wood,
Shouting to draw the predator's attention. It worked. The beast turned toward him.
Aru led it away from Corin, deeper into the storm, taunting it. The ground rumbled with its pursuit. But Aru had a plan. Near the ridge was a narrow cliff edge, the place where snow and wind had eaten away the rock beneath. Aru reached the cliff. The edge cracked under his weight. The predator lunged. Aru dodged, rolling aside at the last second. The beast's massive body skidded across the ice, claws digging into nothing. And then it fell,
Crashing down into the depths below. Silence returned. Aru collapsed on the snow, exhausted. He survived.
He returned to Corin and Nala, and together they carried the meat back to the valley.
When the tribe saw them return, alive, with food and fire in their hands, they cried out with joy.
This warms my bones. We will survive the winter.
More meat, hey! More meat, quickly!
You have given us more than food. You have given us hope. The frozen sisal slowly faded. Animals returned to the valley.
Trees sprouted new leaves. The Stone Valley tribe survived. And in the years that followed,
People would tell the story of the young hunter who faced a giant predator, climbed the frozen mountains, protected his people, and saved a generation. Aru, the last dawn of the Stone Valley.